Saw dudes, it's Slav TV here, coming at you with my first video. And what is Slav TV? You might be thinking just a new channel on YouTube. Well, Slav TV is me talking to you guys about controversial topics, or just topics in general, or things on society. I've been told I got some hilarious views, or at least I portray them hilariously, and they're pretty controversial. Not a lot of people might agree with me. But hey, everyone loves to get triggered on the internet, so why not do it and hopefully entertain some people. So, first video, what is it about? I'm not going to try and step anything too edgy real quick. I don't want to get just completely demolished by SJWs to start off for my first video. So we're going to go into depression. That's the best way I can think of labeling it. And I'm not talking about, clinical depression. I'm talking about people who say they're depressed, who aren't really depressed, and their lives aren't as shit as they try and make it seem. Which is what happens very often in America nowadays. One of the great things about living here. So, my views on depression, I think it's a load of bullshit. If you have a doctor diagnose you as clinically depressed, that's one thing. But if you go around telling people you're depressed because, oh, mommy didn't buy you the new iPhone, well, I'm sorry, but no, you're not depressed, your life's not shit. I mean, this kind of goes into the topic of, I guess nowadays they're called emo people, as I'm still in high school, and I hate using generalizations, but I will generalize and say that there are emo, or people who only see the bad things in life. And my view on people who do stuff like that, who only see the bad in life, is just why? Like, statistically speaking, there's what, 7+ billion people on the earth? Like, there's always gonna be someone out there who has it shittier than you. There's never, like, that's how I am always able to stay happy. And I personally find myself as a pretty, happy guy who enjoys life. Yeah, I mean, bad shit happens to us. Bad shit happens to people all the time. That's life, but you move on. You don't mope over it. I feel like moping over it just makes it worse, and it's completely unnecessary. Like I said, the whole statistically speaking thing, like, there are people in Africa, not Africa, it could be any third world country, right now, who are just, could literally be having no arms, one leg, and currently being sodomized by a silverback gorilla. Like, your life is not to the point where you're being assaulted by a silverback gorilla, is it? No. You didn't get a new iPhone, or whatever your current issue is, relationship problems, something happened to, your school or work environment or social life. Like, there's no way when you live in a first world country that either A, your life is so shit to a point it drives you to suicide, or B, you have any reason to, like, complain to other people, and not just complain. Like, there's a difference between venting out to someone like, hey, can you listen to my issues, I need help, and just being a bitch and complaining all the time to people you don't even know. Perfect example, Tumblr is a place where people love to go to complain about stupid shit to people they've never met in real life. I find that stupid and pointless, but people do it anyway. And in our society, it's accepted to be, quote-unquote, depressed about things that go on, as human beings can be emotional. And I think this segues again into just another broader topic of society is a bitch nowadays. Nobody has balls anymore. Everyone gets offended at everything so easily. Like, if you sneeze in someone's general direction, they can take that as harassment, potentially. Like, it's gotten so bad to a point where you can't say anything negative about anyone. Like, you can't have a proper, conversation that involves criticism without being labeled a hater. It's just ridiculous at this point, and it's not, like, back on the thing of depression. I know I jump back and forth between topics, but on depression, like, another thing people are really depressed about is not being able to fit into society, which is, like, sometimes this occurs with, gays or transgenders and people wanting equal rights to certain things. Like, face it, people have equal rights. They might not be completely equal, but they're good enough where you don't need to go out and complain about them actively. Like, for example, right now, if you're a homosexual individual, you're pretty well off. People will still complain, you know, they don't have all the rights that normal people do. Like, they can get kicked out of restaurants or something just for the fact that they're homosexual. But if you compare that to what would go on a couple hundred years ago, you have it really well off. If you were gay a couple hundred years ago, and still today, there are some places where people would bash you to death with a rock for being a homosexual. I think getting kicked out of a restaurant, by comparison to getting bashed over the head with a rock, is pretty acceptable. Like, if I were gay and being discriminated against, at the end of the day, I'd be like, hey, at least I wasn't fucking stabbed, knowing how just insane people are today as well. Like, anyone can snap at any point and just do anything to anybody. I always find that something that interests me. Like, at any point in time, nobody knows what somebody else is going to do. You can't predict these things. Everybody has their own mind, and they can just do anything at any point in time, regardless of the legal ramifications, religious, moral ramifications, anything, any kind of consequences. Like, right now, if I wanted to, I can swerve into that guy right there who's coming this way and kill us both potentially and end his life. He could not be expecting it at all, and I could completely end what is going on to him. And the fact that we have so many people out there who complain that their life is bad and that they're discriminated against. Your life is not bad because you did not have a random stranger swerve into you in traffic or stab you, and you did not have, you know, an ape come out of nowhere and just start beating you around like Harambe 2.0 and that kid who fell in the encampment or whatever, not encampment, the zoo. Rip Harambe, man, rip Harambe, just little thing. That guy, Harambe was a good man. He was holding hands with that kid. Harambe didn't do nothing wrong, man. Shot Harambe for no reason. Harambe was the realist. But anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little taste of what Slav TV is going to be like. Just generic rants about society and, you know, the shit people do and the shit people think. Like, I feel like these are views that there will be a good chunk of people who agree with, but there is going to be a vast majority of you who completely oppose and just demonize me for what I think. But hey, opinions are opinions. Everyone's got them, and I mean, you may not like them, but that's what it is. And I feel like my opinions are more right. I'm an arrogant fucker. Yeah, what can I do about it? That is how it is, and that's always how it's gonna be. The whole I'd say the whole thing, today's discussion has pretty much been about people need to man the fuck up. Or if you don't like that term, people need to just stop being bitches. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. People need to stop complaining about stupid shit they shouldn't complain about. Because by comparison, there is always going to be someone out there who has it worse off than you. Statistically speaking, you will always have somebody out there in the world right now who has life much, much harder than you. And you could always argue, well, what if I'm the person, you know, what about that person? Who's worse off than them? Well, you're not that person, so it doesn't matter. Be glad you're not. That's how you stay happy, and that's how you don't be depressed. Holy shit, I've seen more police today than I have in like the past 5 months. This is ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, hope you enjoyed the little taste of what Slav Gaming, or what, not Slav Gaming, what am I, a fucking gaming YouTuber? No, fuck that shit. Slav TV is gonna be like. I appreciate all your views, everyone, for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please subscribe. There's going to be a lot more to come in the future. I plan on uploading. I'd like to upload ideally daily. Every other day would be good. And once I get an established viewer base, or hell, even if one of you guys has a topic you'd like to hear my opinions on, see if you agree or disagree with them, see what I think. Maybe I'm a psychopath and my opinions are hilarious because they're so fucking out there that they're ridiculous. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, you can throw them my way, what you want me to talk about. If not, I can easily come up with something else to talk about. It's no problem. But yeah, again, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. But the thing I'd enjoy most is just feedback, comments. Even if you hated every word that came out of my mouth, and you're foaming at the mouth right now, typing away at the comments, good. That's what I want. Please, give me feedback, criticisms, compliments, whatever you guys think is right. I'd love to read everything. I enjoy the potential that there could be people out there who either enjoy my content or are just like raving at the chance to bitch about my content in the comments. So, alright, I've rambled on enough. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And I don't have a proper outro, so fuck you.